Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to MBA Unfiltered. My name is Akash Shinde. In this video, we are going to have a candid conversation with Anupam Jaina, who has cracked exam BBM, and we'll ask him his interview experience as well as what kind of resources that he used during the preparation. So Anupam, welcome back to our channel. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm also good. So Anupam, let us know about your profile: 10th, 12th, UG, work experience, achievements that you had, and extracurricular activities in your bucket.
So my profile is 997. So I did my schooling from DAV Public School and I belong to Odisha. So after that, I moved to Delhi and completed my graduation from Delhi University with honors in computer science. So basically, I'm a non-engineer.
Okay. So Anupam, since you are a non-technical, non-engineering person, what's the motto of doing an MBA for you? What led you to do an MBA at this point?
So actually, the honest answer is I was actually not enjoying coding and I was more interested in sales and marketing. So it was this same question popped up in my interview. So I
Okay,
had to justify it in the interview. So and they were satisfied with that. So they asked the basic questions like what kind of sales did you work in any sales role? So that's how it went forward.
okay, that's quite interesting. So, can you let us know about what kind of entrance examination that you have given, and what was your strategy in terms of preparation to these examinations?
So I appeared for CAT, then SNAP, and ZAT, and the last exam was XGMT, which is conducted by XIM University, Bhubaneswar.
Okay, you got into exam B through exam, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
also applied to ZAT, but they take the maximum percentile in the exam. So I was selected through XGM.
okay. So, when it comes to exam B, one of the most important thing is application form and SOP. So how we
Yeah,
could you elaborate more about how we fill that application form as
yeah,
well
yeah,
as
yeah. Actually, many students think that the SOP is just a formality, but it's not like that. I was asked like more than two, three questions from the SOP itself.
oh,
There were three panelists. The first panelist he was more interested in academics. The second one, I also applied for HRM. So I think the second panelist was from HR department, which
mm-hmm,
seemed from her questions. She was a lady.
mm-hmm,
And the third panelist, he asked me from my SOP. So it may not be same case for all the candidates, but because many of my friends also applied for XIMB, and they were not asked about the SOP, but I was asked, and that was not simple questions, like very deep questions about the kind of I had mentioned about the NGO thing in my SOP. So I was asked about my job role in NGO. My father also had an NGO, so I wrote that I how I assisted him in his NGO and how it has helped me to shape into a better person, how it has helped me to work for the betterment of the society. So they asked me about that and asked regarding NGO in non-profit organizations. So I didn't expect that because at that point of time, I also wrote the SOP like every aspirant does like casually. I thought that maybe they will ask simple questions or not. They will not read the SOP like many panelists in these schools do, but it was not the case. So write your SOP accordingly and prepare the answer so that you can justify any questions which will arise in the interview.
okay. So SOP plays a very important role when it comes to
Yeah,
exam B. So let's move to
yes.
the interview zone. Could you shed some light on what kind of question that were asked to you during the interviews? How many panelists were there? What was the duration of the interview, and how you responded to the question which were asked by the interviewer?
So actually, I have noted down some points, so it will help me to. So uh, the first they took my form. They have the printouts of all the forms. So they took my application form and they saw my address. And my house name is in the name of my grandmother. So they
Oh,
asked me the whose name is this? Do you stay in a society or a building? So they just wanted to know the person and just wanted to start the interview well, rather than being harsh or rude, which sometimes happens in interviews. Actually, they are not rude; they pretend to be rude. Uh,
hmm.
um, my interview was more like a stress test. So they asked, who is this lady? So I told she's my grandmother. So you named it after your grandmother. Why did you do so? So actually, it was built by my father. So he named after his grandmother. And so did you ever ask your father why he did that? Then I said, no, actually, he loves his mother a lot. That's the only reason. So he named after his mother. So, and there was a, sub locality in my address whose name was Link Road.
Mm-hmm.
So there are actually many roads like bypass, link road, ring road. So they asked me, there are many roads in a city which link one city to another, and they may be also connecting another state or a highway. Then why the place you are staying, it is only called link road? There are many such roads.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it is actually the center of the city. So I explained about the speciality of that area and why it's linked because it connects all the major districts of that dist- uh, it connects that district headquarter to other districts. So I told that it's the first place which you enter into the main city and it is well connected to all other areas. So that is why it is named Link Road. The exact reason may be different, but uh, actually I made a guess. I never expected this kind of question. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they were actually satisfied with that, and the answer was also the more or less it was same answer.
Mm-hmm.
So and after that, let me check. So they asked me why my grades dropped after 10th and 12th. That you have 96 in 12th, 95 in 10th. Why it dropped in graduation? So I told about that I had less interest in coding, and they grilled me on that. Like, why did you choose computer science if you had less interest in coding? And how did you even think that you will be able to manage without coding? So I explained about how in 12th I was interested and the subjects were very less. So I was fascinated by that. So I took admission in computer science, but I could I managed to complete my graduation, but I did not really enjoy coding. And if you see my mark sheet, you can see that the grades dropped exactly in those subjects. So, and I was more into sales and marketing. I have also worked in NGOs, and the first NGO was in HR department and some general operations, and the second internship was in business development, and generally which involves sales only. So I explained about that. So, and after that, they asked about that NGO thing, that why did you work in an NGO? So they asked about my father's NGO. Mm, but that NGO was already closed. So I explained about that. Then they asked, why did you shut down the operations? So the answer was like, we had too much dependency on a single sponsor. So when the funding stopped, so we had to use our savings, and likewise the financials, there was a financial crunch, so we had to shut down the NGO. Then they asked about the difference between an NGO and an NPO,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't answer that question. I somehow gave a like basic answer, but it was too generic for them. They were not satisfied, and this was the only single questions which I faced difficulty in the interview. But I tackled the other questions very well. So, and there was a mistake when I heard the name NPO. I heard it as NPM.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, "Do you work in an NGO but you don't know NPO?" So then I answered, "Sir, did you say NPO?" So he said, "Then what did you hear?" I said that I heard it as NPM. So okay, then tell me what is an NPO. So are they focused on profits? The name suggests that it's a non-profit organization. But I was not actually clear about the difference. So I said, sir, there may be a certain criteria which separates an NGO and an NPO, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not aware of that. Then, but I said, if you don't know, then say that I don't know. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
exaggerating? That was the only point where I felt that I somehow messed up. And that was the only point only. But I think, yeah,
Okay.
yes, that NGO and NPO thing only. Let's try
Okay.
tackle all the questions.
Were there any technical question were asked by the people as well as
Yes, yes,
exam focuses a lot when it comes to GK.
yes,
So
yes.
could you shed
They
some
did,
light
they
on it?
did. I completed my graduation from Delhi University, so they asked me where were you staying in Delhi. So I said I was staying in Dwarka. Then they asked about, have you explored Delhi, or you were just staying and moving to the college and just the daily routine? So I said, no, I have explored Delhi. So tell me about some places in Delhi. Have you visited Qutub Minar? I said, no, I didn't visit. When I was a small child, I visited Qutub Minar. But he said, but there is a difference when you are a child and when you are a grown adult. So I said, yes, sir, there is no specific reason for not visiting, but like we friends, we didn't have such plans, so there is no particular reason. Because I didn't visit it. Then he asked about Akshardham temple, the
Mm-hmm.
Swaminarayan temple in Akshardham. So
Mm-hmm.
he asked, Akshardham, do you know about Akshardham? Where is it located? So it's in the NCR region. Uh, don't say it is an NCR region. Tell the particular area. I said it is Noida. Then I said, is it Noida or is it Delhi?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is Noida. No, sir, it is Noida. Then, then tell me the way through which I have to travel so that I can reach Akshardham. Then I said about we have to cross the Yamuna river. There is a if you go by metro, then there is a station known as Yamuna Bank. Then after that, there is a station named Akshardham. You can from Akshardham station you can go to Akshardham temple and say, "Are you sure you have to cross the Yamuna Bank or it is a parallel way?" Then I
Mm-hmm.
said, "No, you have to cross the Yamuna Bank." So they really focus on GK, and they also asked about Qutub Minar. I think they were asking about, they would have asked about who built it, or I was thinking that they will ask, but as I denied that I haven't visited, so they didn't ask me about Qutub Minar much. And they asked me about Lotus Temple
Okay.
in New Delhi. So where is
That.
it located? I answered that it is located in Kalkaji. Then they asked me, is it a temple or just the name is temple?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's not a temple. Lotus Temple is, uh, I think it's Baha'i, the Baha'i faith of worship.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, sir, the name is temple and it's built in the shape of a lotus, but it's not actually a Hindu place of worship. It's the Baha'i.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that was the GK part. And let me check if they asked anything else. No, that was the only question. Like the Akshardhan temple, the Qutub Minar, and that Yamuna river part, only this much. And rest were related to academics. So in academics, they asked me about Java and C++. But I already explained that I don't have good knowledge in programming. So they were asking about Java language, that how similar is Java and C++. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can we do object-oriented programming in C++? I have heard we cannot do. So I answered that it's a semi-oops concept, but was said, do you can we do programming in C++? Just tell me. And I said, yes, sir, we can do it. I said, are you sure? Then I said, yes, sir, I'm sure you can do programming in C. Oops, in C++. Then after that, he was actually trying to ask something more in Java. But I said, do you know about Java? He asked me. So I said, sir, honestly, I don't have much knowledge in Java. So he asked, so you didn't like coding at all? So yes, sir, I don't like coding at all. Then how will you manage in MBA if you find a subject difficult? Will your grades drop in MBA? Then why should you take it?
Mm-hmm.
So I answered that, sir, actually, MBA is my personal decision, and I have made a lot of research before planning for an MBA. So these things will not repeat in future. Mm, and an MBA also takes a huge investment, so I'll think twice before making such a decision. So they were satisfied with the answer. And so they asked, so you don't know Java, you are not interested in coding, then what do you like in your graduation? Tell me a few subjects. So I said machine learning, artificial intelligence, software engineering. So they picked software engineering and they started asking questions for continuously like 5 to 6 minutes.
Oh.
So first, yeah. So like something was in their mind that he doesn't know about computer science, and how did he complete his graduation, how will he manage an MBA. So I think that is why they grilled so much in software engineering, so that they can get a clarity that he did something in his graduation and he's not faking it. So they asked about software engineering. I have all the questions noted, so I will
Hmm.
tell you. Yeah, so they asked, what is the first stage called when we take a project requirements from the client? So actually, the phase is communication phase. So, but I answered communication. So, but he said that no, you are telling the wrong answer. So, I said no, it is the right answer. So they were asking, do you know about SRS? I said yes, sir. I know about SRS, but SRS itself comes under the communication phase. You asked about the phase, so I answered communication. If you would have asked about any specific document or something, I would have said SRS.
Hmm.
Then he said, okay, leave it. Tell me what is an SRS. I explained about it is a software requirement specification which is signed by the client and the contractor. So it has all the requirements which is needed in the software. So he asked about SRS, what is the characteristics of a good SRS. Then he asked, he told like Anupam, I am giving you 5 year time and you
Hmm.
have to build a software. So tell me how will you proceed? So I asked me, sir, we will first will choose a particular model which will be feasible to work upon. Then he made an angry face and said that don't give me generic answers. You are giving two generic answers. Tell me the particular model. So I asked her, can you please elaborate on the topic, on the requirements properly so that I can provide an appropriate model which will be suitable for that project. So he stated something like, I don't remember particularly, but I answered it as agile model. He then asked about the definition of an agile model. Why did you
Hmm.
choose an agile model?
Hmm.
Because it offers flexibility. And sir, you asked that you want to change your requirements at any point of time. So you are going. Yes, he said that I will disturb you again and again between the project work. How will you
Hmm.
deal with that? So
Hmm.
agile model provides flexibility to work. So I will choose an agile model. Then he asked, agile model. Can you tell me what is an example of an agile model? Then I told about the Scrum model.
Hmm.
So after that, they asked about, tell me about software testing. Do you know about testing?
Hmm.
Then say, yes, sir, I know. Then I asked them, sir, what do you want to know in particular? He wanted, how do you start and how do you end in the testing process? Then I
Hmm.
explained about unit testing, integration testing, then the system testing, then user acceptance testing. He asked about then unit testing and something about integration testing, and I explained about that. Those were simple questions. I don't exactly remember, but I was able to tackle that. Then after that, he asked about the top-down and bottom-up approach
Hmm.
in software. Yeah. So he gave me an example like what approach will you follow in this kind of situation. So I answered bottom-up. Then he was asking and explain me about the top-down approach. Then I explained about the top-down approach and he asked about stubs.
Hmm.
Actually, stubs are used in a top-down approach when we don't. In top-down approach, we move from the top higher level modules to the lower level modules.
Hmm.
So sometimes if we don't have the lower level modules, we can use the stubs so that they can imitate the lower level modules in the absence of them.
Hmm.
So I answered about the stubs, and he then asked about what will you prefer, a top-down approach or a bottom-up approach? Then
Hmm.
I was answering that I will prefer a bottom-up approach because the reason is, and at this point, he said, okay, we'll leave it, leave it. Then he started asking about, let me think. Actually, I am not able to recall. What did he ask? Let me check once.
Hmm.
He asked about Deen Dayal Upadhyay.
Hmm.
He said, you did your graduation from Deen Dayal Upadhyay College, Delhi University. I said, yes, sir. And he asked about Deen Dayal Upadhyay. So I explained about his connection with the RSS and how his ideology matched the RSS ideology. And when Deen was assassinated, he was actually the president of Bharatiya Jana Sangh. And when Bharatiya Jana Sangh was dissolved, after 2 years, the same members of the party formed Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP).
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I also explained him about his association with Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, who
Mm-hmm.
was the founder of Bharatiya Jana Sangh.
Mm-hmm.
So he was quite satisfied with that answer. It was a detailed answer actually, because it
Mm-hmm.
was my college, so I expected this question, so I read about that. So whoever is seeing this video, I will suggest you the college in which you are studying, keep a detailed answer about that college. That they also asked three of my friends the same question. One of my friends was from Shahid Bhagat Singh College. They asked him who was Bhagat Singh and asked about Ramlal Anand because there is a college named Ramlal Anand in Delhi University. So, and apart from this,
Yeah. So,
yeah, I
Anupam,
think
yeah,
this was it.
I think you have given a brief nuance of what kind of question that we asked to the students. So I just wanted to ask you last two questions. First question from my side is, how have you prepared for all this scenario? Most of the students don't know about the resources, and exam is a kind of a different college as compared to other colleges, and their BM and HRM is far different program, right? Usually there's a general
Yes.
management happens in the campus. In exam, there's a business management. So, can you tell us about the resources that you used and how MBA Unfiltered community that is present there has helped you out?
Actually, I didn't take any coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I prepared for generally from YouTube. Like there were few content creators like Rodha, which I followed for mathematics, and MBA Pathshala.
Mm-hmm.
For VRC, I followed Jijo Speaks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for GD-PI, I didn't take any course as such. I just uh, saw the transcripts in like the college. Like, yeah, I actually prepared from transcripts only. And apart from that, some videos and analysis sessions on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't purchase any particular course for that. And MBA Unfiltered really helped me in the transcripts part.
Mm-hmm.
One day randomly I got your number. I texted you. You added me in a group, and I got a lot of transcripts. Actually, I prepared for my interview basically from the transcripts only. It really helped
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
And XIMB has a particular pattern. They usually ask about the academics, and I have heard that they have a particular points assigned for academics part, and they will definitely ask about academics. Even one of my friends who had a 4 year work ex, he was also asked about his academics, and it was not related to his work ex in any way, but still they asked about it. And when he was not able to answer, they made fun of him, but still he was selected
Mm-hmm.
because you have to handle that moment. They just want to check that whether you panic in that situation or not. It is
Mm-hmm.
more of a stress interview. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that was it.
Anubhav, I just wanted to ask you last question. What's your last piece of advice to the people who are aspiring for exam B and wanted to come to the campus? These are the things that they should follow, or these are the things they should not do during the form application as well as preparation stage and interview phase.
The first thing is SOP, which is most important. Some
Mm-hmm.
people ignore that. They write any random things in the SOP, and
Mm-hmm.
when they are asked about it in the interview, they have nothing to speak on.
Right.
So SOP is very important, and fill those 10th, 12th, and graduation marks correctly. Otherwise, you may be rejected during the document verification process. There is a mail which has been sent to us after the mail means it's an admission letter.
Mm-hmm.
So it contains all the documents which need to be submitted. So it has been stated that if any problem is found, so your admission can be cancelled in the later stage. So be careful. And this is not anything else.
Yeah. Thank you so
And
much,
for the okay,
Yeah. Thank you so much,
yeah, I was
Anupam, for connecting with us and sharing the nuances. Whatever information that you have provided, I believe it will definitely handy for the upcoming aspirants. And in the upcoming days, we'll definitely connect you in terms of SOP preparation for the upcoming aspirants. And yes, this winter will definitely reach to masses. And the knowledge that you shared will be handy for the students who are looking for exam BSM as well as BM program.
Okay.